America consists of 50 states. In this video we will be discussing the top 8 cheapest states to live in today. Prices are rising rapidly and we are all looking for affordable places to live. I will be sharing with you guys what I've learned from the extensive research I've done in this video. If you're interested in relocating, this video is definitely for you. Relocation isn't an easy process, but we are here to be your guide. Mississippi is ranked as the cheapest state to live in 2022. Mississippi is a southern U.S. state with the Mississippi River to its west, the state of Alabama to its east, and the Gulf of Mexico to the south. Its Mississippi Delta region is considered the birthplace of blues music, honored at the Delta Blues Museum in Clarksdale. Also in the region is the Vicksburg National Military Park, preserving the site of a critical Civil War battle. People of white European ancestry, primarily British, Irish, or Northern European, account for about 3/5 of Mississippi's residents, while African Americans make up nearly all of the remainder. Hispanics, Asians, and Native Americans each constitute just a tiny fraction of the population, with Hispanics being the largest of the three groups. The vast majority of Mississippians were born in-state, although in the late 20th century there was a wave of immigrants, mainly from Vietnam and India. The second cheapest state is Kansas. Kansas is a state in the Midwestern United States. Its capital is Topeka and its largest city is Wichita. Kansas is a landlocked state bordered by Nebraska to the north, Missouri to the east, Oklahoma to the south, and Colorado to the west. Kansas was once seen as the country's agricultural heartland. Some 9/10 of the state's land area is still used for agricultural purposes. Wichita, the state's largest city, is known locally as the air capital of the world because of its longtime status as a major center of production for general aviation aircraft. Tourism, financial services, and government are also major sectors of employment. Under irrigation, southwestern Kansas has come to produce truck crops and sugar beets. Northeastern Kansas, once covered by the glacier that crept over most of the northern United States, is hilly and timbered, with many creeks and springs. Kansas has abundant farmland, large mineral resources, a good labor force, a healthy retail trade, ample electrical power, plenty of water, and a central location. It is among the country's top mineral-producing states. The third cheapest state is Alabama. Alabama is a southeastern U.S. state that's home to significant landmarks from the American Civil Rights Movement. Alabama is nicknamed the Yellow Hammer State, after the state bird. Alabama is also known as the Heart of Dixie and the Cotton State. The state tree is the longleaf pine, and the state flower is the camellia. Alabama's capital is Montgomery, and its largest city by population and area is Huntsville. Its oldest city is Mobile, founded by French colonists in 1702 as the capital of French Louisiana. Greater Birmingham is Alabama's largest metropolitan area and its economic center. According to Business Insider, Alabama ranked 14th in most popular states to visit in 2014. An estimated 26 million tourists visited the state in 2017 and spent $14.3 billion, providing directly or indirectly 186,900 jobs in the state, which includes 362,000 international tourists spending $589 million. The state is home to various attractions, natural features, parks, and events that attract visitors from around the globe. Notably the annual Hangout Music Festival, held on the public beaches of Gulf Shores, the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, one of the 10 largest Shakespeare festivals in the world, the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, a collection of championship-caliber golf courses distributed across the state, and casinos such as Victoryland. Oklahoma is the fourth cheapest state. Oklahoma is a state in the south central region of the United States, bordered by Texas on the south and west, Kansas on the north, Missouri on the northeast, Arkansas on the east, New Mexico on the west, and Colorado on the northwest. A major producer of natural gas, oil, and agricultural products, Oklahoma relies on an economic base of aviation, energy, telecommunications, and biotechnology. Oklahoma City and Tulsa serve as Oklahoma's primary economic anchors, with nearly 2/3 of Oklahomans living within their metropolitan statistical areas. Oklahoma is host to a diverse range of sectors including aviation, energy, transportation equipment, food processing, electronics, and telecommunications. Oklahoma is an important producer of natural gas, aircraft, and food. The state ranks third in the nation for production of natural gas, is the 27th most agriculturally productive state, and also ranks fifth in production of wheat. 4 Fortune 500 companies and 6 Fortune 1000 companies are headquartered in Oklahoma, and it has been rated one of the most business-friendly states in the nation with the 7th lowest tax burden in 2007. The 5th cheapest state is Georgia. Georgia is a southeastern U.S. state whose terrain spans coastal beaches, farmland, and mountains. Capital city Atlanta is home of the Georgia Aquarium and the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Site, dedicated to the African American leader's life and times. Georgia's major fine art museums include the High Museum of Art and the Michael C. Carlos Museum, both in Atlanta, the Georgia Museum of Art on the campus of the University of Georgia in Athens, Telfair Museum of Art and the SCAD Museum of Art in Savannah, and the Morris Museum of Art in Augusta. The State Theater of Georgia is the Springer Opera House located in Columbus. The Atlanta Opera brings opera to Georgia stages. The Atlanta Symphony Orchestra is the most widely recognized orchestra and largest arts organization in the southeastern United States. The 6th cheapest state is Tennessee. Tennessee is a landlocked state in the U.S. South. Its capital, centrally located Nashville, is the heart of the country music scene, with the long-running Grand Ole Opry, the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, and a legendary stretch of honky-tonks and dance halls. Memphis, in the far southwest, is the home of Elvis Presley's Graceland, rock and roll pioneering Sun Studio and the blues clubs of Beale Street. A culturally diverse state, Tennessee blends Appalachian and Southern flavors, which originate from its English, Scotch-Irish, and African roots, and has evolved as it has grown. Its grand divisions also manifest into distinct cultural regions, with East Tennessee commonly associated with Southern Appalachia and Middle and West Tennessee commonly associated with upland Southern culture. Parts of West Tennessee, especially Memphis, are sometimes considered part of the Deep South. The Tennessee State Museum in Nashville chronicles the state's history and culture. Tennessee is home to 4 major professional sports franchises. The Tennessee Titans have played in the National Football League, NFL, since 1997. The Nashville Predators have played in the National Hockey League, NHL, since 1998. The Memphis Grizzlies have played in the National Basketball Association, NBA, since 2001, and Nashville SC has played in Major League Soccer, MLS, since 2020. The 7th cheapest state is Missouri. Missouri is a state in the Midwestern region of the United States. Ranking 21st in land area, it is bordered by 8 states, Iowa to the north, Illinois, Kentucky, and Tennessee to the east, Arkansas to the south, and Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska to the west. The Missouri River, after which the state is named, flows through the center into the Mississippi River, which makes up the eastern border. With more than 6 million residents, it is the 19th most populous state of the country. It is the birthplace of the musical genres ragtime, Kansas City jazz, and St. Louis blues. The well-known Kansas City-style barbecue, and the lesser-known St. Louis-style barbecue, can be found across the state and beyond. Many well-known musicians were born or have lived in Missouri. These include guitarist and rock pioneer Chuck Berry, singer and actress Josephine Baker, queen of rock Tina Turner, pop singer-songwriter Sheryl Crow, Michael McDonald of the Doobie Brothers, and rappers Nelly, Chingy, and Akon, all of whom are either current or former residents of St. Louis. The U.S. Department of Commerce's Bureau of Economic Analysis estimated Missouri's 2016 gross state product at $299.1 billion, ranking 22nd among U.S. states. The 8th cheapest state is Iowa. OWA, a Midwestern U.S. state, sits between the Missouri and Mississippi rivers. It's known for its landscape of rolling plains and cornfields. Landmarks in the capital, Des Moines, include the gold-domed, 19th-century State Capitol Building, Pappajohn Sculpture Park, and the Des Moines Art Center, noted for its contemporary collections. The City of Cedar Rapids Museum of Art has paintings by native Iowan Grant Wood. Iowa derives its name from the Iowa people, one of the many Native American nations whose territory comprised the future state at the time of European colonization. Iowa is the 26th most extensive in total area and the 31st most populous of the 50 U.S. states.